everybody. This is Mr. Patrick of Music with Patrick. It is Friday afternoon, and that in and of itself is a reason to be happy. But, you know, guys, there is another reason to be happy, and the reason is today is a special day. Today we've got a special guest. We've got a special guest by the name of Kerry Ryan, and Kerry is here because hello, Kerry, welcome.
Hello, Mr. Patrick. Hello, my friends.
Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. So, Kerry, I met Miss Kerry at Wonder Years Preschool, where she works. And one thing I didn't know about her when I first met her, but I've since learned, is that she is fluent in something called American Sign Language. And from getting to know Kerry, I'm starting to learn more and more about American Sign Language. Hello, Reese and Blake. Nice to see you, by the way. So I'd like to if you can give us a little background about that, Miss Kerry, about how you first learned about American Sign Language and how you learned to do it. It's very interesting. So can you tell our folks at home about that, please?
Absolutely. My love for ASL, which is American Sign Language, goes way back 20 years when I was in high school. There was a student that sat in front of me who was hard of hearing, and we became friendly. And it was, there was, some language barriers there. And unfortunately, after high school, we lost touch, but I wanted to pursue further. I really loved the language, and I loved how beautiful it was. And so I went on to the Seymour Joseph Institute of American Sign Language. That's actually here in Staten Island. And I went off to the interpreters program and learned how to also interpret. And then a couple of years after that, I went to the Signing Time Academy online, and I got certified to teach. And sometimes I would teach the kids in the classroom, and I taught my son Finn when he was little, and now I'm starting to teach my 9-month-old, Ruby.
Wow. That's fascinating. And that's one thing I'm remembering when my children were little, that the brain of young children can learn to sign because they understand more than they can necessarily express with their voices, so they can do signs. So I remember Milk, if I remember correctly. More. Yeah, I remember those. And we were all ready to teach them American Sign Language until it dawned on us that we didn't know American Sign Language. Children are very fortunate.
A couple of keywords.
Yes. So, and I was wondering if you could tell us what the difference is between American Sign Language and other sign languages in other languages, if the differences, how those are broken up.
American Sign Language is very unique on its own, and it's also by state, by region. So some signs here in New York might be different in California. So when I was actually taking the classes to learn the language, there's actually a book to show you all the different signs across America. Unfortunately, I didn't get any further than that, the American Sign Language. But a funny story about that is that the person that sat in front of me in class, he was actually Albanian, and he wasn't even speaking American Sign Language. It was Albanian Sign Language, which I don't even know the first thing about that. Right.
Wow, that's fascinating. So you might be a little confused when you did American Sign Language with them, I would imagine.
Luckily, the interpreter was English speaking and Albanian speaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do we know? We have somebody who went there. Kristen and Anna said she went, I guess, to one of the schools that you.
Very nice. Very nice.
And look, Anna Sophia knows some American Sign Language as well. And I guess if her mom went to the school, that means that's one of the reasons why. She is very lucky that Anna Sophia, that she knows that. That is great. And I'm
very nice.
Well, things we're learning about each other. Oh, there you go. See, she's doing so. Hopefully they're not saying bad things about Mr. Patrick.
No.
Oh,
never.
No. I might have to get my frog after you guys. Hey, hello. So how would we say hello in American Sign Language to the frog? Would it be like this?
I'll give you both signs. You would say hello, and then you'd say hello, frog. This is a sign for frog. You take your 2 fingers under your chin, and you just stick it out. Frog.
Like that. Oh, like a bubble.
Yes, exactly.
So can you show that again? How would we do that?
2 fingers under your chin, and just push it out like the thing in their throat. Yep.
Oh, can you guys do that? Do that, right? And then frog. Hello. Frog. Right? Wow. Look at that. And
I also tell sometimes that a lot of the signs are similar to what they look like in real life.
Oh, wow. I bet you guys never thought you'd see a frog doing sign language. So it's a little tough for fingers. So hello, frog. He's going to use that, right? We got to get some amphibian sign language, right? You guys got to get, you're a little behind the curve there, Mateo. Yeah, I know. He's trying. He's trying. It's not so easy. But anyway, enough with that guy. So that is wonderful. And did it take a long time for you to learn the language?
I went to school about 3.5 to 4 years with that was pretty much it was like a technical school there. Right. So and you know, you learn the way their sentence structure is, and you know, modulations and signs and stuff. Like, for example, if it's raining, this is a sign for rain. This is just rain. But if it's raining really hard and storming, it's really raining. So it's very theatrical.
Wow.
So not only are you learning the language, you're learning, you know, how they speak, and, you know, the sentence structure and how to interpret.
Kerry DeStefan said, Frog does that so well. And he says, yes, he does.
He's one of my best friends.
Oh, there you go. How do you say there's a frog on my head in American Sign Language? Now let's see if she.
It's a frog on my head.
That's it?
Frog
on my head. On my head. You know how I can do that. Wow. So you don't do there is a, you just do the frog on head, and it's understood.
No, there's actually no conjunction words in American Sign Language. Yeah, and there's also, as far as oxymorons and idioms, they could be very difficult to translate.
Okay.
So when I'm learning a song, I usually have to listen to the song, get the lyrics, and make sure I do right by the artist and I do right by the deaf community.
Right.
Because there's no conjunction word.
Wow. That's fascinating. Huh. One of the things, if I could just mention, this is not about sign language so much, but one thing I learned, I watched a documentary about the band The Grateful Dead last year. And one of the things that they were known for, that people who were deaf would go to their shows and would hold balloons, and they would use those balloons. They would feel the vibration of the music in the balloon. So that even though they couldn't hear with their ears, they could feel it with their bodies. And that was fascinating. It was just something that that never occurred to me, that someone who was deaf or hard of hearing could still enjoy the music, because it's just the vibration and the rhythm. They could feel that. So, all right.
Absolutely.
All right.
There's some really great music interpreters. There's one, I forget her name, but she's all over YouTube, and she does all of the hip hop videos. And she's just absolutely incredible. If I ever get her name, I'll put it in the comments.
Right.
But she's absolutely incredible, and she does, and hip hop, there's a lot of lyrics in that, and I can't even imagine how long she's studied to do something like that.
I'm sure. And I'm sure it's challenging songs that are fast. I would imagine if you have lyrics that are like that, I'm thinking of End of the World as We Know It would probably be challenging. Yeah.
I'd have to study that for like maybe a month to do that one.
Okay. That's great. So we got, let's see, Jacqueline Tarcante of JMT Media is enjoying the show with her son, Roman. Hello, Roman. How are you? And I'm so glad that you guys are here. Yes, I can't wait to perform live again. I would love to do something with you, Kerry, live once this all hopefully goes back to normal. We can do a show like this with interpretation and music, and we're learning a little bit about it. It's wonderful. So
I love that. Yes.
So, well, Kerry and I, because as Kerry was explaining, guys, that hello, Rose Wargo. Oh, we've got a nurse watching. Hello, healthcare worker. Not only to you, Rose, but to other nurses and doctors, healthcare workers, people on the front lines. Just want to say a quick thank you for your important work.
Thank you. Thank you to the nurses and the doctors.
Wow. Look at that. That's great. Thomas is here. Oh, we know Thomas. If we know Thomas, he has his guitar. Now, what's the sign for guitar, Miss Kerry?
I think guitar is just guitar.
That would make sense, right?
Picking it away. Yes, picking it away.
That is great. All right. Welcome, Thomas. So happy you're here. So because it takes quite a bit of work, as you can tell from what Miss Kerry was saying, so we decided to start out our first show together by doing just one song, because you have to learn. We've got Peter, Gianna, and Thomas. Hello. How are you guys? So nice to see you guys. Now you know what Miss Kerry looks like because she watches the Facebook Live shows and she has Finn and Ruby, the legendary.
Never miss it.
Yes, so great to have you guys. So we picked one song to do, and we're hoping when we do this again, we'll have more songs to do. But this one song, we wanted to give you a little bit of background about it. This song is from a movie that you guys may have heard of. I'm not sure if anybody out there has ever heard of Toy Story, but you know, there's this movie by this company called Pixar and this bigger company called Disney. I don't know if it rings a bell, guys, but there's came out in way back, guys. You ready? 1995. Can you believe it? 1995. The movie Toy Story came out. It was the first full-length computer animated movie in the history of the universe, as far as I know. There was a rumor that Saturn had one before then, but nobody trusts the people on Saturn. Only on Earth. We trust us. And we know that this was a great movie, and it's been used for multiple Toy Story movies. Does anybody want to guess what song we're about to do? Does anybody want to guess? Anybody? Kerry said her favorite. It's her favorite song. It's not Freebird. I know somebody's going to yell Freebird.
Another long one. Well, long one for you.
Oh, man. So the song we're going to do is called You've Got a Friend in Me. And we both agreed that the song is a good choice because it's very direct and simple, and it's something that everyone's familiar with. And it expresses such an important sentiment right now, especially when people rely on each other more than ever. Sometimes via Facebook and virtual communities, and sometimes once in a while socially distant. There you go. Kerry got it. You got her friend in me. But she didn't answer in the form of a question. She should have said, Alex, what is You've Got a Friend in Me for 400? Sorry, Kerry. No, you get the points. Thank you. So You Got a Friend in Me was written by, who knows? Who knows? Let's see, Kerry, how much?
Come on, Kerry.
Come on, Kerry. Kerry's desperately typing. Right. The answer is okay. She's not sure. Sorry, Kerry.
Sorry, Kerry.
One of those one-finger typists like me. The answer is
I think so.
Randy Newman wrote this song. Randy Newman has been a songwriter for a very, very long time and has written many songs from 1970s on for lots of people, and he also performs on his own. Look at that. Trish got it.
Yeah, Trish.
Oh, Kristen Anna. Wait, can I phone a friend? Now, you know what? We're going to start that. Who wants to be a millionaire? You know, part 2 on Facebook Live, Gotham Trinity Productions. Yes. Who is? Thank you. So Randy Newman, not to be confused with Newman, Seinfeld's buddy, right? This is Randy Newman. So when we see him, we just say, hello, Randy Newman. And he wrote this wonderful song. And I know that the folks at home are going to be clapping their hands and hopefully singing along. The thing that I'd most like you to do is to really pay attention to Miss Kerry signing, because one of the things that's wonderful about this, you can see the words and the song and the music expressed visually by the way that she's moving her hand. So see when you're watching if you can figure out how the sign is connected to what we're expressing lyrically. So ready, guys? Are you ready to do that? Are you ready, Miss Kerry?
I am ready, and if you want to know 1 or 2 signs beforehand, if you want to sign along, I'll be signing friend a lot. So you just take your 2 pointers and you just hook them like a chain, like you're together. This is the sign for friends, and you're also going to see the sign for stay and continue. Continue. You just take one thumb and you push the other one forward, and that means we're just going to keep going forward. And this is actually the Y handshake, sorry. You just put it down, and that means forever and ever and ever. So sign along with us. That's
great. I didn't even think of that. I'm so glad that you mentioned that. Absolutely.
Oh, sure.
And we are doing the Randy Newman version, not the Michael Bublé version or the Dr. John version, just so everybody else, or the Lyle Lovett, because this is a song, it's become something of a standard. We're doing the Miss Kerry and Mr. Patrick version, and I think it's special. And guys, so remember, look for those signs. And everybody, I'm going to start it out, and we're going to get a little groove going. And just like this. guys feeling the music yet? We're almost ready to come in, Miss Kerry. Right after this part, you ready? Right here. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, well, you just remember what your old pal said. He said, you got a friend in me. 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 You got troubles, but I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. Stick together just to see it through. Oh, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. All right, here we go. Some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too. Maybe none of them ever loved you the way I do. Me and you, boy, and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You gonna see it's our destiny. Dramatic chords. Because you got a friend in me. Oh yeah, you got a friend. One more time, you got a friend in me. All right, thank you.
Awesome.
That was wonderful. All right. You know, I wanted to thank you, Cleveland, but I didn't because I didn't know how to sign it. So, wow.
I have to spell it.
That is a whole new way to see a song. I thought that was wonderful. Wow. That is great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, Miss Kerry. And
thank you for playing.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. I would like to quickly just say thank you so much to our friends at Gotham Trinity Productions for hosting this and putting it together and helping us with the technical matters of actually putting it together. So thank you. And thank you. Actually. So look at that. She's doing it. And so thank you to you. And thank you to all of you for tuning in. And we promise that we will do something again. And we hope that you guys will tune in and for our next song, because I think we're going to go big. We're going to start off small. Next thing you know, guys, we might just have to do like, I don't know, thinking Led Zeppelin 4, the whole side 1 or something. I don't know. Just possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Stairway.
So I would like to say thank you to you, Miss Kerry. Thank you, Gotham Trinity. Thank you,
Mr. Patrick. Thank you, everybody.
And I will be on, just so you guys know, if you want to see some Mr. Patrick, I will be doing a Facebook Live show tomorrow at 10 a.m. Please join me with song requests and be ready to have fun. I'll be doing it at 10 a.m. Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. So that's what we're going to be doing. And yes, wasn't that beautiful? Let's bravo to Miss Kerry once again. You did great. Miss Kerry of Wonder Years Preschool fame. Wonderful job. And so
that's family.
Sign for thank you. Well, thank you and goodbye. Is that right?
Thank you and goodbye is like, aloha. It's the same.
Okay. Thank you and goodbye. I don't know how to thank God it's Friday, but that's good. See, we
say thank God. It's Friday.
All right. Friday. You can do it. Who knew? And we got a bravo from Rose. Thank you. And
thank you, everyone.
Feedback. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful Friday. Thank you, Miss Kerry. And on behalf of Mateo the Frog, so he's hanging out at his pad this weekend. Yeah, he's hanging out. So thank you, frog on the head. All right, got it. So thank you.